is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. And if you have, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I hope you're all having a great day. So today, it's block number 4 of our Christmas crochet Afghan. And as I've mentioned before, this to me is definitely an heirloom Afghan. It's just beautiful. The stitches are gorgeous. And it's just, we do block after block. And there's 5 parts to every block. And every one of them is just beautiful, beautiful stitches that you can actually take from this Afghan and put in other projects that you may have. Also, you don't have to do the Christmas colors. You can do whatever color you want. So you can create your own color palette for this beautiful heirloom Afghan. It's block number 4, part 1. So let's get started, why don't we? And thank you again for being here. So this again is block number 4, and it's, like I said, it has 5 parts to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do part 1. And part 1 is called the Rice Stitch. So why don't we get started and say with every one of these blocks, you want to make sure you have your eye hook. You have to use the eye hook for every block and every part of this Afghan. We don't change hooks at all. You want to make sure that you have stitch markers on hand. There are times that I'm going to call for them, but honestly, there are times that you yourself might want to use them. So you want to make sure you do have that. You want to make sure that you have a scissors on hand, and also make sure that you have your needle so that you can weave your edges in. And my needles have a little bit of a curve to them. These are the ones that I love. These are one of my favorite things. So again, let's get started. For this tutorial, I am using Red Hot yarn. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. In the third chain from the hook, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to put a double crochet. Now I want to mention that these chains are also a double crochet, so you have 2 double crochets stitches right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And you have 16 double crochets. So now after you do that, you're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And you're going to turn your work. So now this is where the stitch becomes reality, the rice stitch. We're going to make, in this first stitch, we're going to make a front post double crochet, and we're going to go right in the front, and we're going to bring our crochet hook around, yarn over, pull the yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's our first front post double crochet. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do a back post, and we're going to go in from the back and do a back post double crochet. And I do have tutorials for both of these stitches. And then a front post, and then a back post. And we're going to do this right across. We're going to do this right across. And this is row 2. This is row 2. This is what it looks like. And you can tell your front posts and your back post double crochets. The easiest way is your front posts are popped out, your back posts are in the back side of this. So your front posts always pop out. And like I said, you want to do this right across. Almost till you get to the end, because you don't want to do anything in that last stitch. And the stitch I'm talking about is this stitch, because we have a special spot for this stitch. And I'll show you what I mean with that. So again, a front post. We're going to do a back post here. And now we have this chain space. So in this chain space, we're going to do, right in here, we're going to do a half double crochet. This is going to be an increase. This row has an increase. So you're going to go from 16 stitches, and you're adding 2. And then we're going to make another half double crochet right in that top chain of this stitch. So we just made an increase of 2 stitches at the end. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. And I'm going to count the stitches. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Perfect. So now we're going to go to row 3. You chain 2 and you turn your work. That chain 2 is considered a half double crochet. In this next stitch, we're going to put a front post double crochet. In this next stitch, we're going to put a back post double crochet. Now this is row 3. In this next stitch, a front post double crochet. in this next stitch, back post. And we're going to do this right across. Now, I want to mention that row 3 is going to be your repeat row. That's going to be the row that you repeat over and over again until this becomes 4 3/4 inches. Once this block is 4 3/4, you will stop, because then we have to switch and make our final row. I go slow. You can follow along. You can write it down. Always make sure you have a pencil close by as well as all the other little things, because it does help. I always have a pencil close by because a lot of times I change instructions, because I make my own instructions as far as I change the stitch around, or I'll take a stitch and change it. So that's why I always have a pencil close by. And you want to make sure that you know there's still two stitches left. And in this last stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. And this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. The stitch is really, really pretty. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. And you're going to turn your work. And again, like I said, you're always going to start with the same row over and over again. This is the same row you're going to start with. So again, you're going to do a front post double crochet, because row 3 is the row that we're going to repeat, and then a back post. And then a front post. So you're always going to start with the front post double crochet, because you are repeating row 3 over and over again. Now you're going to keep doing this again until this measures 4 3/4 in length. Basically like we're doing all our other ones, all our other squares. There's a certain spot that you have to stop most times so that you can add that last row. And this is a pretty textured stitch. And again, when you get to the end, make sure you pull these apart so that you can tell that there's 2 more stitches there. And then in this last stitch, you're going to put a half double crochet. And that's what it looks like. Now, once you get to that spot, say that you're at 4 3/4, and we're going to make believe that we've finished this. And it is the size that we need to go on. And that we finished this stitch. And we finished the block. Then we're going to chain 1 and chain 2. And we're going to make believe that this is our last row of this block. Once we chain 1 and 2, and that's going to be considered your first half double crochet, we're going to go right across and make half double crochets right across into the end. We're making believe that this measures 4 3/4, and we are finishing off this piece, this block. So we're going to just put a half double crochet we're going to go right across. Again, we're going to make believe that we're finished, and we're finishing off this piece or this square. Part 1 of block number 4. And there are 5 total parts to this block. And you always want to make sure that you get every stitch, because those end 2 stitches, sometimes they look like they're one, and they're not. So you want to make sure. And that would be how you would finish the block, with all half double crochets once you're done. So again, you would repeat row number 3 over and over again until you have 4 3/4 in measurement. And then you would do the last row, chain 2, turn your work around, and half double crochet across. Once you're done with that, you can fasten off on this one, because what's going to happen is the next block is going to be worked above this. It's going to be attached to this. And I love the way it happens. It's just so easy. We did it with block number 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do it with this one as well. So now we have finished this block. We're making believe it's all finished. We put our last row in, and this is going to measure 5 by 5 when it's finished, and this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And then our next block will be worked above this, like we did with our others. And this is the entire finished block 1. I like to have you have something to look at before we get started, so that you know what the entire block kind of looks like. And this is a cable stitch that we're going to be learning. These cable stitches are absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to make them really easy for you to follow. So don't worry about the cable stitches. We've already done 3, so this will be our 4th when we get to it. No worries. And again, all of these stitches can be used for other projects. This would make a really nice scarf. It would make a really nice Afghan. It would make a lot of beautiful things you can make with this. Sweaters, hats. This is, again, a really nice stitch, and it is called the Rice Stitch. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of block number 4, part 1 of the Christmas Afghan series. And like I said, you don't have to do Christmas Afghan colors. You can do whatever color palette you want with this series. But there are beautiful, beautiful stitches. And I hope you do subscribe and like the channel. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.